Hey, hello there, and a very, very warm welcome this Tuesday evening. It's 8 o'clock. What does that mean? It means, of course, the Planet Cruise TV show. Do you know, we've been with you now nearly 10 years. Love the show, and we've got 6 amazing deals tonight. And Justin is back. We're not seeing him for a couple of weeks. Nice to see you, matey.
Good to be back.
Yeah, nice
Do you like the lovely tan?
You do look well, actually.
It wasn't just all, you know, it was what
You've been working abroad, haven't you?
Exactly. Travelling and learning new experiences and getting to know different places.
Well, Justin loves his travel. I mean, he has travelled the world. He works on cruise ships for
6 years.
6 years.
Yeah, 6 years. Been there, bought that, done the T-shirt, wear it occasionally when it fits.
And he was recognised the day, weren't you?
I'm a celebrity. Yes. No, I've got to say a big hello to Russ, who bumped into me, said, "You're that guy for Planet Cruise, aren't you? The cruise show." I was like, "Yeah." He said, "When have you got the Sea View or the Seaside from MSC?" Believe it or not, we've actually got it tonight. So, Russ, if you watch it, we've got a great deal for you.
It's a brand new ship, and Alicia is going to be joining us as well.
Yes.
We've also got cruises with P&O, a really good one.
Fantastic. With Costa as well, great value. We've also got 2 cruises towards the end of tonight's show. Waterways. Incredible. If you've ever wanted to do a really immersive cultural experience, then that is definitely the one to look out for. All of the tours are included, so it's a little bit more expensive than your average cruise, but you get everything packed in.
And we should say it's ultra luxury. And we only have them on the show when we've got an exceptional deal. We don't see them all the time. Tonight is an outstanding deal. And
Holland America as well. If you ever wanted to do South America, then we've got the perfect cruise with Holland America, especially if you want to do the Panama Canal. Yeah,
so it's a great show. So just sit back. I know some of you have poured a glass of wine, you naughty viewers. They do, you know, a lot of our regulars.
I know, so
enjoy it
as well.
Yeah, just as on the G&T. Anyway, we're going to start off with a fantastic cruise with P&O at a great price. The price on this one starts under £540.
Yeah, and if you break that down, that works out at £78 per person per night.
Oh, and on a few of the selected dates, there's a very special chef on board as well.
Yes, yeah. I don't know whether you remember when we did the special on board Britannia, when we were in Sindhu.
I do remember,
the specialist restaurant. That's one of Atul Kutcher's specialist restaurants. And, of course, with the fantastic heritage of P&O and India. We'll show that a little bit later on.
Anyway, our lovely Keith Maynard, who many of you remember used to present the show, he still goes on lots of the ships with Planet Cruise. Well, here he is to tell you a little bit more.
Fresh from her multi-million-pound refit, P&O's Ventura was launched in April 2008 by Helen Mirren. She marked an exciting new direction for P&O Cruises and is a large, beautiful, contemporary and family-friendly ship with bags of character and a more informal onboard vibe that's making her a firm favourite with many passengers.
One thing is for sure, you certainly won't go thirsty. With its emphasis on catering for today's British tastes, Ventura hosts numerous watering holes, from the visually stunning panoramic video wall of the metropolis through to a traditional pub, the Exchange. But this is my absolute hands-down favourite, Ollie Smith's new Glass House wine bar. It's a relaxed and stylish setting with tasty food available and also these wonderful flights where you can try lots of different new wines. With club or freedom dining on offer and a 24-hour buffet, you have real flexibility and you really can make the cruise fit your schedule. The recent refit also saw Atul Kutcher's Asian-inspired restaurant East added to Ventura's culinary arsenal. And when you do go, make sure you try the 24-hour slow-cooked lamb rendang.
With 4 pools, a massive sports deck, special celebrity sailings, a new behind-the-scenes backstage tour, the biggest gym and spa in the fleet. There is loads to do on board Ventura other than just relax with a good book and top up your tan. But it's in the evening that this ship really comes alive. Vibrant West End style shows with exciting UK guest acts played twice nightly in the Arena Theatre. Then there's the excellent light entertainment which takes place in both the Havana Show Lounge and also the Tamarind Club. But what I like most is this stunning new atrium with this wonderful dance floor.
The accommodation is bright, spacious and full of designer touches. There are big suites that can cater for up to a family of 6, through to these new single cabins that are a great cost-effective option for solo travellers like myself.
Yeah, Keith is no longer solo. He's
I was going to say,
Married. Well, I hope he's still married. It's only been a few months. He should be, shouldn't he? was all going well last time I spoke to him.
You like your spicy food, though?
I really do, yeah.
Yeah, and certainly if you do like your Indian food, there's a great heritage of P&O and India culture, but Atul Kutcher, one of the best chefs, for a very small supplement, you can experience a celebrity chef. And these guys, they really do get involved. So they actually train the staff in their restaurants and then go back on board the ship. All of the ingredients, it's not as if they go down to the ship stores and they go, what we got today? It's all brought in separately.
Wow.
So everything is absolutely bespoke, and the experience that you get, I mean, when I was on P&O, we used to have the Indian night, but this just takes it to another level.
And Atul's on board on 2 of the dates, the 4th of May and the 20th of July. So if you really want to meet him, then those are the dates to choose.
Yeah, just check them. And you do get chances, so there's things like interviews, there's probably going to be some cookery demonstrations, chance to meet him, maybe sign some books or purchase one of his cookery books. So there's plenty of opportunity.
Yeah, makes that extra bit special, doesn't it? Anyway, let's just talk through some of the ports you'll be visiting. Starting off in Southampton. So it is easy when you cruise from Southampton, isn't it?
Yeah, good for those of you that don't like flying or can't fly. We're going straight from one day at sea into Vigo, a classic port, lovely old parts of the town. The Cascavello is definitely one of the best views of the city. And then we're on to the big port of the cruise. It's Lisbon. This is one of my favourite Portuguese ports. In fact, one of my favourite ports, full stop. You actually stop just underneath the 25th of April bridge, and then you can walk down. It's not San Francisco. Everybody thinks it's San Fran. There's the Christ the Redeemer statue from Portugal. You've got to take a tram ride, and definitely this is the Torre de Belém, which is a small little castle just down from the Monument of Discoveries. So there's plenty of culture. You can get some good photos. And then after that, we're going to go to the home of Porto. Funny that, hey? And as you actually go into the town itself, it's a short ride from the port that you actually stop off at. When you go into Porto via the Douro River, you've got this fantastic bridge, which is designed by Gustav Eiffel. And you'll see up on the hillside, it's almost like Hollywood.
Yeah,
you know, when you see the Hollywood sign, but on the other side, you have all of the big signs of the big
back
port
of
names.
this, yeah?
Yeah, so if you think, I mean, other brands available, but Taylor's, Sandman, Graham's, all of the big names of port, they're all advertised.
Oh,
and
cool.
this is, a tradition that goes back to the 13th century. So
I do like a port.
Or 2. Then we've got a day at sea, and then we're into a classic port destination, St Peter's Port. Lovely place to get off and have a little bit of a wander around, particularly if you like your silver. There's some good jewellery shops there as well.
And top tip, you can get a bus anywhere for £1. Last time I was there, anywhere for £1.
Yeah, and of course plenty of history. Go and see the Second World War there as well. But just if it's a good day, get out, see the island, and then you're back on board, and then it's back to Southampton to the end of your cruise.
Now, you are going to be on board the beautiful Ventura, of course, for 7 nights. And again, when you think about how wonderful the ship's going to be, all of this fabulous food and entertainment that's included, and you worked out the price, what was it, Justin?
£78 per person per night.
Really good, isn't it?
Yeah, really good. And it's deposit only, so if you're thinking about, because this is looking towards the middle of next year, everybody's thinking about Christmas, you don't want to be splashing out too much. Phone the guys, put a deposit down, and then you don't have to worry about it. You can secure that great low price right now.
And as we mentioned, if you do want to meet Atul Kutcher, then 4th of May and the 20th of July are the dates that you really want to book on this one. Great kids prices, they start from just £199 per child there. And the itineraries, they do differ ever so slightly, just depending on departure date. And something else that you might not know, if you don't live near Southampton, it's like nowadays, you can never rely on like traffic.
Oh, don't.
Well, yeah, just to nearly miss the show the other night. So our advice would be to stay at the Holiday Inn in Winchester. We've got a very special deal and relationship with them, so you can actually stay there for only £95 per person. That includes your breakfast and all of your parking for the week, and of course your port transfers as well. So just ask the team about that. Price-wise, the lead date there is the 4th of May. And that's actually one of the ones where Atul's going to be on board.
Yeah,
great.
Yeah.
But prices, to be honest, they don't vary that much. I mean, I think the 20th of July is a great price there as well, just $6.15. And look at the upgrades to outside and balcony. So, really, I think that's a very, very good price actually. Really worth planning ahead on that one and just putting down a deposit today. Now, Look who's joined us.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Welcome back. Alicia's with us from MSC. Nice to see you again.
Very excited to be here. Very excited to talk about our new ship, which launched last week. So
everyone's been talking about her, haven't they?
Yeah. So she's a totally different ship. Her innovative design is all about connecting the customers to the sea. And
talk us through some of these images, Alicia.
So this is when I was on board at the weekend. This is the atrium, which is, as you can see, it's three tiers. So we've got panoramic windows, which you don't usually see. This is the atrium at night, where we have entertainment. We have a three-tiered mirrored wall, just trying to make it lighter, and we have amazing bands in the evening there. This was my cabin I stayed in. This was a balcony cabin, so as you can see, very, very large, with the balcony at the back. So this is like Balcony Fantastica experience.
I'm trying to spot the ports.
So this was Trieste. So not quite Miami, where she will be home porting. So it'll be nicer. And this is the main pool area here. You can't really see it in the picture, but there's 2 zip wires on here, which are the longest zip wires at sea, 130 metres.
And Alicia, you were telling Justin and I earlier that there's a huge amount of outside space.
Yes.
Which I love. I mean, for me, that's, my favourite part of cruising is being outside, dining outside. And you've got, is that right, lots of bars and restaurants outside?
Yeah, so lots of bars and restaurants outside. We have more pools outside. We have a 360 wraparound deck, so all outside. We have spa areas outside, gym areas outside, so it's all about connecting to the sea and being outside the ship.
Well, I tell you what, we've actually got some footage as well, haven't we?
Yeah. I believe we have.
You know we have.
I don't know.
You know we have.
The thing is, it doesn't do it justice, because the thing is, when you see these ships, I mean, these are the largest ships that have actually come out of the Fincantieri shipyard in Italy, and the sister ship as well, both of them incredibly well connected. So, you can go on board, you've got interactive screens there, so you don't have to feel as if you get lost. You've got the wristbands as well, which, when you get your booking number, download the app and get involved with that, because that's one of the great things. But what I love about the ship, it doesn't look like a ship. It looks like, if you've ever seen, like, Ocean Drive in Miami, with the Art Deco buildings, it just looks amazing.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've actually got a little clip of film with the UK MD, Antonio, to show you more. She looks amazing.
So, welcome on board MSC Seaside. We are very, very proud, to launch the first ship of a new generation of ships. The whole concept behind the project is to bring the guests, closer to the sea. So you are really surrounded by the sea at 360 degrees. So you will see more and more glass windows, surrounding the restaurants, the bars and the lounges. We have this beautiful atrium, on 3 different levels. So what's different about Seaside? So we have up to 20 different bars and lounges. For the very first time, we have a pretty unique concept. So at the back, at the aft of the ship, we have this Miami beach condo concept. So with panoramic elevators, overlooking the Miami South Beach pool. For the very first time on an MSC ship, we will have buffets on 2 different decks, on the upper decks and on the lower deck where the swimming pool is. I'm sure our guests will fall in love with the ship, starting from these beautiful Swarovski staircases and all the beautiful lounges they will find on board. Besides that, we are also introducing a completely different type of entertainment. On board this ship, we will have a different show every night. So 7 different shows at the main theatre going on every week. It's going to be more kind of a Broadway-style theme, and there's going to be way more singing and acting involved in those performances. And again, a new and extended children's area. We are strengthening our partnership with Lego and Chico. So I'm sure families and kids will be literally blown away and fall in love with the children's area. And indoor, outdoor swimming pools, the longest zip line at sea, this beautiful aqua park, which is meant to keep children happy, but I wouldn't be surprised if the adults, will be the first ones, to jump in, to dive in. So I'm really looking forward to seeing you on board that beautiful ship soon. And we'll see you soon.
Alicia, we have never seen a ship like her, have we? And we've seen a lot of ships.
I love it.
And her sister ship launches in June as well, so we're going to have 2 in the fleet exactly the same. So it's really exciting.
But also, I think that this is important to capture. You know, with an Italian feel with MSC. Who is the godmother of the ship? Who's going to be naming?
Yeah, so the ship is getting named in Miami at the end of this month, and it's Sophia Loren.
Sorry, say again.
Sophia Loren.
Wow.
And she's godmother to all of our ships. So the other 13 ships we have in the fleet, she's godmother to all of them.
It's just fantastic,
Yeah.
It really is. And the destinations as well, Caribbean is amazing.
We're going to talk about that in a second. I'm just amazed at how low the price is, because normally brand new ships, let's be honest, they're really expensive normally, aren't they, on the maiden voyages?
Yeah, so our prices are fantastic value for money anyway. So you're looking at £1,099 for a 7-night Caribbean cruise. So
And that includes
flights.
Yeah. I'm amazed. I think it's going to be a top seller. Anyway, yeah, let's talk through some of the gorgeous places you're going to be visiting. So it's London to Miami, isn't it?
Yeah, you get a 4-star hotel for 1 night stay, so you get the feel of Miami, and then you get on board the ship that looks like Miami. It's just absolutely fantastic. But your first port of call is the Bahamas. So you've got Nassau, fantastic beaches, and one thing you've got to go and see when you're in the Bahamas, go and see Atlantis. You've got to go and do the famous resort there. Go and do that. Then you have a nice relaxing day at sea to make the most of the ship. I mean, there's the fantastic water slides that actually go over the edge of the ship. There's all the aqua park, there's the 4D cinema, there's the F1 simulator. Go and enjoy that on your relaxing day at sea. Then we're into St Thomas. Now, St Thomas itself, I'd highly recommend your duty free. You've got some great watch shops there, great jewellery, and great clothing as well. There's also some good beaches.
Yeah,
it's the Caribbean.
Exactly.
It's the Caribbean.
It's a Megan's Bay, of course,
But I'm saving the beaches till next, because Antigua has 365 beaches for 365 days of the year. It really is. It's just fantastic. 2 relaxing days at sea, and then you're back into Miami, and that wraps up your week on the maiden season of an amazing ship named by Sophia Loren, and at a price which is just unbelievable. It works at £123 per person per night, and if you think about your flights, your transfer, that ship, a brand new ship, and a 1-night stay in Miami, that is superb.
Well, as you can see, she is MSC's newest ship. She is a brand new concept in cruising. You're going to get a night stay in Miami as well. Return flights from London, and don't forget, itineraries differ slightly depending on departure date. Just call for details. Big thank you to Alicia there.
Yes, definitely. I hope we see you again very soon.
Alicia, thank you so much. Thank you. Wow. No, look, you've got to see this. Right, first of all, bear in mind she's brand new. She's amazing, I think you'll agree. We have got prices starting at less than £1,100 on this. And if you look actually the difference between inside and outside and balcony, we've actually got some really competitive prices on the balcony. Even the suites, actually, just
yeah. And just while Alicia's just in the studio, just to remind viewers, especially Russ and his wife if they're watching, that of course you have got the MSC ships that are based in the Caribbean, but we've also got the sister ship now, which has only just launched. No, she's launching in June next year, and they'll be based in the Mediterranean. Mediterranean. So best of both worlds.
Well, you say a massive thank you to Alicia there. That was really good.
Yeah.
Now we are going to move on to a wonderful cruise with celebrity on board the Celebrity Silhouette, and again, we've got a great relationship with Celebrity, the UK's #1 travel agent.
One of your favourite cruise lines.
Yeah,
as well.
I think I've cruised 7 times with Celebrity now.
Yeah.
And I've just booked another as it happens.
Yeah, and we're trying to get a cruise adjusting with MSC as well.
Yeah,
that's going to be well.
Do you know what? I think it'd be great, because you're quite an active person, so there'd be loads for you to do on there.
I just the Pied Piper. Follow me.
Yeah.
I'll show you the best places.
I think it'd be great, don't you? So we are looking at that. I think it'd be fab. Now, although I've cruised a lot with Celebrity, I have never been to this part of the world, Scandinavia and Russia. But we'll talk about that in a moment. But
yeah,
here's the
ship itself.
Silhouette.
Yeah, she's absolutely stunning. And again, this is one of the first ships actually in Celebrity to have the Lawn Club, which is the real grass up on the top. But now you've also got the upgrade, which is the Alco. So you can pre-book this. There are small supplements that apply. You get large bottles of Evian water, you get your snacks, and the destinations that you're going to be going and seeing. I mean, it's just amazing to be on board a cruise ship and to be able to see the rooftops of the city there. It's just absolutely stunning. And, you know, we've talked about the Caribbean. If you haven't done the Baltic, then it's definitely one to put on your list, because we've got overnights in St. Petersburg here, and the ship itself, absolutely superb.
Well, if you love 5-star modern luxury, then this is it. Amazing design, beautiful restaurants, and I've got to say, all the time I've cruised with Celebrity, everything is just always perfect.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. From the quayside where they have just the refreshments on the side.
Yeah.
The fact that this is 90% of the staterooms are all outside, so you know it is a really fantastic ship. But the itinerary and the deal, I just have to point this out.
Yeah.
For Celebrity, you know what Celebrity is.
Because they are 5-star.
Yeah.
This is working out just over £600 a week.
Yeah, and
like
if you go for Ocean View and above, you get the free classic drinks package, gratuities and port parking included.
Wow.
We're talking about £150 deposit. Again, I know it's Christmas coming up soon. Put the deposit down, and then you can look forward to that next year. And it's £91 per person.
And I will say, you know, I know some of you sometimes wait and think, oh well, you know, the price may change, and prices do fluctuate. But I know with the cruise I hosted with Celebrity earlier on in the year, we had it on the show, and the price actually never went down from shit; it just actually went up. I remember,
well,
you know,
a little bit later on, we've got cruises that, significantly you can save
so it can
a lot of
happen,
money,
you know. But this, I think you'll know if you know Celebrity, this is a really great price tonight, just over £600 a week. Anyway, so I've never cruised to this part of the world, so
you got to honestly, it's brilliant.
I don't get enough holiday, Justin.
You get lunchtime and it's really warm. You do have to put sunblock on when you're going up there. You think, oh, it's going to be cold. No, it's really bright. First port of call is Copenhagen, and you're overnight on board. Fantastic, because this is a place of culture and nightlife. My recommendation, in the daytime, go and see the Little Mermaid, which is the Hans Christian Andersen, and in the evening, go to Tivoli Gardens, because it's the evening that it gets alive. There's the beautiful old, you can see the Chinese pagoda there. It's the oldest roller coaster, which is a wooden one. There's the old galleon. In the daytime, it's fantastic to walk down here and see the old gaffer ships, which is the sort of traditional boats of this region. And they've got some really interesting shops and museums as well. I'll leave it for you to find out what they are, but fantastic. The next day is, as well, of course, you're overnight on board, so you can spend your day in town. We're on to a relaxing day at sea after that, and I think it's nice to break it up, because if you had an overnight, you've had a long time in port, and then after that day at sea, we're into Tallinn, Estonia. One of my favourite places, actually. I've got a very good friend of mine who's actually married an Estonian girl. I've just seen him in Dubai. They actually got married. I was best man in that town hall. This is the town square. And I will be very, very honest with you that around this town square, it's a little bit more expensive for the drinks and food, but it's the best place to go. And the reason why you pay that premium is because you can people watch. There's a fantastic flower market on the left-hand side there, and definitely worth walking up. Just in the background, you can see the church there. It's a little bit of a walk up there, but there's some fantastic little artisan shops, really good for Bohemian crystal here.
So that's the entrance to the old town there,
yeah, that's the entrance to the old
Simon,
town.
our producer, just said it's one of his favourite places as well.
It really is fantastic. Anyway, then we're on to bigger and better, St. Petersburg, overnight on board. In the daytime, I'd highly recommend taking one of the tours to some of the museums, because, and again, you've just got to go and try it, because the museums there, you can't do it in a day, but you've got to go and see some of the beautiful artwork. In the evening, you've got to do the ballet. I don't care what anybody says, you've got to do the ballet. It's the thing to do. Yeah, go and see perhaps the Church of Spilt Blood there. Go and see some of the markets. They're really interesting what you can buy there. Come back with some of the wonderful sort of Russian winter hats, the old military ones.
You can do one of those now.
Yeah, I know.
Freezing.
Yeah. So yeah, St. Petersburg's overnight, and then we're off to Helsinki. The architecture here is really beautiful, and again the shops. If you love design, you know, really good quality glass. If you love cutlery and bits and pieces to really sort of, you want to bring it back and go, oh, that was really nice. I remember that from the cruise. We bought that. Every time you use it, this is the place that you want to buy your sort of memorabilia. Then we're off to Stockholm. Again, fantastic culture. Get out in the day and see the sights. There's some beautiful coloured buildings here. There's some great museums as well. And even if you just catch, you know, a coffee and just people watch, Stockholm's one of those places that you'll enjoy. Then we're off to Berlin. But this is the port of what we call Warnemünde. Now, Warnemünde is a very small seaside town, and you can then get into Berlin, so I'd highly recommend booking a tour. We can do that for you before you get on board. But Warnemünde, if you've done Berlin before, Warnemünde is a jewel, an undiscovered. It's the diamond in the rough, because you go out there, there's some fantastic restaurants, there's a lovely beach, and it's not the type of place that you're going to go and sunbathe, but having a wander along the promenade, and there's a little island which is just summer residences, and you can go on there and have a wander around and see the sort of summer houses of all the locals. It really is. I love Warnemünde, and also if you can get a bike, hire a bike and go across the little island. Anyway, then we've got a couple of relaxing days at sea before hitting Southampton. Well, look at the sites that you're going to be able to enjoy. The Lawn Club, the new alcoves as well that you can privately book. The Lawn Club Grill.
I love that, one of my favourite restaurants. Yeah, wonderful.
I do like. I must admit, I do like eating al fresco.
Oh, I do.
There's something different about it.
And it's an amazing one from Celebrity Tonight. And what's the date? Very tempted about myself, actually. I'm just thinking.
26th of May.
Yeah,
save your holiday.
I was now getting your holiday allowance in April. Yeah.
There you go.
You may see me on board. If there's somebody on board that looks like me, chances are it will be me. Now, just to mention, we do like a drinks package, and we have a free classic drinks package, gratuities and port parking if you book an ocean view or above. So that will be with every single ocean view balcony. The free classic drinks package. Great drinks package, by the way. You're going to get those overnights on board in Copenhagen, St. Petersburg as well, based on the 26th of May sailing. The itineraries, they differ slightly, just depending on departure date. Just call for details. And we have got a few free upgrades. You can upgrade from ocean view to balcony based on either the 26th of May, 9th of June, and the 21st of July sailings. And prices, so we've got a really great lead price there. And we are already getting a few sellouts, actually. The Ocean View sold out on the 7th of July, but great prices right the way up to the Sky Suite. I've never stayed in the Sky Suite, but I'm sure it's amazing. Seen pictures. Yeah, looks very, very nice. But all the rooms, also the interior ones, wonderful as well. Really, really beautifully designed. And the drinks package, I do know this rather well, so... on a morning, I tend to start with a specialty coffee or two. They're all included, as are your specialty teas. Assorted juices, bottled water, massive selection of selected beers, spirits, great wine selection and cocktails. So all of that is included in the price. And some really wonderful premium spirits, actually. Yeah, I won't list them on. What, are you getting bored of me? What's wrong?
I'm looking forward to the next cruise. Right. That's why.
You normally like me talking about drinks packages.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, we don't show this particular cruise line that often.
No.
And, I said this to you at the beginning of the show. If you're the type of person that you like to research, you like to buy the book, you like to look into the culture and what you can learn, then if you've ever wanted to go to Vietnam and Cambodia and learn about the history, this is definitely the one. All of the excursions are all tailor-made and they're all included as well. So, again, when you look at the price, you go, OK, it's slightly more expensive. Why? It's because everything, when it comes to the excursion, is included. With this, also, you get your wine with your evening meals and all of your meals on board. But you also get your local beers, you get your house spirits, you get your soft drinks whilst on board the cruise as well.
And I was looking at, honestly, the ship is amazing. We're talking ultra luxury.
5-star bordering on
6,
more.
Yeah. And just now, like twin balconies. We've never seen a twin balcony before.
Yeah.
The rooms that have twin balconies, so you get like a French or a Juliet balcony and a full balcony.
Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah. And even the smallest staterooms are over 250 square foot as well. So they're really big, aren't they?
I think the thing to really emphasise here, this is a river cruise. And the fact of the matter with this one is you've only got 124 guests at maximum capacity. Maximum capacity. There's 52 crew, so you've got a fantastic, crew to passenger ratio. And that French colonial style that you see in all those luxury resorts, that is on board this ship, which is just 2 years old and has been built specifically for this river.
Honestly, as just to mention, we hardly ever have, say, Waterways on the show, but tonight's deal is so good, we had to bring something extra
the Amadara.
Yes, but before we actually get on board, we actually fly you from London to Ho Chi Minh, don't we?
Yeah, we're going to fly out to Vietnam. This is a 2-night stay here. We have time to explore on your own. I think it's nice as well just to acclimatise, and it's the hustle, it's the bustle. I mean, you are literally going to be bristling with excitement at the sights that you're going to see. And apart from the architecture, the culture, the food as well, you've got to try some of the food out there. And please, experience things. Experience things.
I loved Vietnam. I really did. Love the people, the history. It's so much.
And again, you know, there are parts of this history which are quite somber, but it's part of the culture and why this country is so rich, especially with the people as well. We were talking earlier on about, you know, all the people. If you know somebody that's travelled to Vietnam, they'll probably have a story of the tuk-tuk driver that tells you, oh, you want to do this, you want to do that. You know, it really is fantastic.
It's wonderful.
Anyway, first port of call when you've transferred on board your ship is Cai in Sadek. And this is where you get a local boat ride included, and you get to visit a rice paper and candy making workshop or an historic house. Now, the great thing about Waterways is they give you what they call gentle, regular, active and late riser tour options. So all of these options you don't have to do all of them. So, you know, if you want to go on to you know, a tuk-tuk ride or the tricycle ride, if you want to go and see a traditional dance show, then you can tailor make it to what I mean. I don't like getting up early in the morning.
No,
I like to have a little bit of a lie.
Depends on the night before, I mean.
Yeah, but that's the option that you've got with this one.
So the late riser sounds good on certain days.
And, you know, it's a good mixture of culture. You can go and see the temples, you can go to some of the local markets, you can have a little bit of a barter as well. And, you know, you do see how amazing this nation has progressed on. And I think also there's an innocence about it. You go out there and you go, wow, how simple life is. And, you know, we're so sort of quite materialistic here in the UK. Go and experience this. Open your eyes and look at where you're going to be doing it. A wonderful. I mean, look at the restaurant that you've got there. And let me just remind you, when you are on board, bottled water is replenished daily, unlimited wine with lunch and dinner, complimentary local beers, house brand spirits, soft drinks as well, and snacks and refreshments are all served in the daily in the main lounge as well. So.
I mean, honestly, for this standard of river cruise, it represents amazing value tonight.
You know what I'm saying about the tours? You actually get a personal headset for every exploration.
Oh, yeah, you told me that, yeah.
I want to say, it says here, easy exploration. You know, you are exploring, but you're being guided. Everything's been organised for you. You know, you don't have to go off the beaten track. Everything is done. You'll come back and you'll look at your photos and you go, what have we just crammed in that time? It's
an amazing way of visiting this part of the world.
And you get a £50 M&S voucher.
Oh, you do? Yes, yes.
There you go.
Get yourself a new jacket. Where's next, Justin?
So we've done Caribe and Sadek, then we're off to Tan Chau, and this is where you get a chance to see sort of the unspoilt Mekong River. You can get a local trishaw, like a rickshaw but with 3 wheels, and you get to see silk making, slipper, rattan mat workshops. You can go to somewhere called the Evergreen Island as well. That's another one of the options. Or you can return back to Tan Chau, and you're going to be then cruising across the Vietnamese into Cambodia border onto our overnight on board, and this is Phnom Penh. Now, this is if you want a real culture emergence, this is where you can go to what they call the Cambodia's infamous killing field. So I know somebody that's been there. They said it's one of those experiences, life experience, that you do see something that you'll never forget. And I think it's quite somber, but you know, something that you should experience. Return back to the ship, and then you have your overnight on board before you go on to Con Chen. Now, this is where you get an authentic tuk-tuk ride, and you get to see some of the French colonial architecture of the actual city itself, which is fantastic. Then we're on to Kampong Chorek. Now, this is the former capital, and you can go to see a Buddhist blessing ceremony. So, again, to be immersed in that spiritual side. And you also get an opportunity to do another memorable excursion as well, which is an ox cart ride through the local village. So, all of this is included. Then we're on to Kampong Chem and Tonle Sap. And this is where a local motorboat takes you off of the cruise ship itself into the lakeland wetlands, into the mouth of the river. So you can go and see the wildlife, you can go see some of the birds there, and then finally the floating villages. It's just incredible. There's like bamboo sticking out of the water, and there's like a whole market just up on stilts. It's brilliant. And then that evening you have a farewell dinner on board. So yeah, I mean, just you look at that and you go, does that exist? Go and see it, and that's the great thing.
It's an amazing one, this one, isn't it?
Yeah. And then after that, you're actually disembarking the ship and then flying back to the UK via London. But again, the ship itself, 2 years old. It's French colonial. It's a beautiful style on the inside, very open and airy. Only 124 passengers that you actually have on board.
And just to remind you about the different options of accommodation. That says the luxury suite, but the price on the screen is for a twin balcony.
Yeah.
So
by the bed there, that's the balcony which you can sit out on.
That's a standard stateroom.
Yeah.
I mean, fantastic.
Yeah. And again, when you're on a river cruise, it's so important to be able to see it just outside your window. I mean, you literally open up the window and you're there.
By the way, look at the pool.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, again, with this, you've got so much culture and what I call enrichment included with all of those tours and the headset that, you're not going to have time for much else. It's one of those full-on cruises. You'll love it.
So just to remind you, you also get the two-night hotel stay in Ho Chi Minh there. All your complimentary drinks throughout the cruise. We're going to give you an extra £50 M&S voucher just for booking tonight. And as Justin said, all of your excursions are included at every single port. And, of course, your return flights as well. I thought it was wonderful.
Yeah, fantastic.
I'd really like to. I've not done a river cruise yet, and very much fancy that one. And the single prices, I noticed these, they're really good, aren't they?
Yeah, and I do have to point out, we don't feature this particular brand very often. The reason being is when we get an exceptional deal from Waterways, that's when we bring it to you, and this is exceptional.
Only deposit tonight as well.
Yes, again, Christmas is just around the corner. Put the deposit down, worry about it later.
But for all of our single ladies and gents, including Pearl, who we met at the show, great single prices starting there at just over £3,000. So, that's really good. Anyway, we've got such a diverse range of cruises tonight. We're going to move on now to a Costa cruise. Yeah. This one is under £500.
Great value, £72 per night per person. Costa, amazing. Great cruise line, and the destination, it's a classic. If you've ever wanted to go to Rome, if you're a first-time cruiser, if you're one of these people that sit on the fence at home, you go, oh, let's watch the cruise show, never been on a cruise, this is the one you want to book as your first-time cruise, because to get to see Rome and a few other ports as well, it's fantastic.
I got asked on Facebook earlier, Trevor was, he said, oh, can you recommend a first cruise, never been on a cruise before. Hello, Trevor Monk, if you watch it. This would be a great one to start with.
This is the one, yeah.
But I think with everyone, you have to decide kind of what ship you want, what budget you've got, but this is fab. So we'll take you on board right now, under £500.
Yeah, and definitely, again, whether it's with a family, whether it's just the two of you, this is a great cruise line to go for. They've been in the business for years, and the ships itself, it's one of the destinations, but of course in the Mediterranean you're going to get to see places like Provence, Barcelona and Rome, and we'll go through those a little bit later on. Some great restaurants on board, so it depends on what your taste is, but there's different restaurants like the Pizzeria, there's 15 different bars to choose from, and some really lively venues. So if you do want a quiet hideaway, then there are places to do that. But fantastic ship and a fantastic cruise line to get a good flavour for what. Once you get the bug, when you go cruising, that's it.
It's so true. I did my first cruise on my 40th, and I wasn't sure I was like, oh, will I enjoy it, and I love it now.
You squeezed in 26 cruises in 3 years. It's amazing. It's amazing.
9 years, just still good, isn't it? Some of those weren't mini cruises, I have to point out. Yeah, they were.
Mini cruises, just 27 nights.
Trying to make it sound better. I've been very lucky, I know I have. But it's an amazing experience. And I think what I also love is, I used to, have one holiday a year, Justin, maybe, and just see one place. But now I've seen a lot of the world. You get to see so many places in a single trip, don't you?
Do you know, I must admit, a lot of my colleagues that I used to cruise with, they're starting to go back to cruising now. Yeah. I think when you've worked in the industry, it's a little bit different, but it's so exciting to see how the industry's moved on, and look at the innovations,
look at the ship.
The style of the cabins that you can get hold of as well. It is just simply superb. The saunas, you've got the fantastic steam room, the spa there, fantastic eateries as well. And if you want something a little bit different, we never had this sort of facilities when I was cruising. It's just superb. Absolutely superb.
And they really are, we floating resorts with something for absolutely everybody. But yeah, this is a great first cruise. You know, if you're on a budget, it is under £500. But it's a last minute one, this one, isn't it?
Last minute. It's, we're only looking at next January.
Yeah.
Last minute deal, January 2018.
Yeah, but
where's it going?
Yeah, it's true, isn't it? That's it's not that many weeks away. So you're going to fly from London.
Yes.
To
Savannah. Yeah, and then you're going to embark your ship. The first port of call, though, is Marseille. This is your gateway to Provence. So, fantastic fishing village. If you want to go, head up into the hills or just stay around the beach. Perfect way to ease your way into the cruise. Big day coming up next. Barcelona.
One of your favourites.
Yeah, I love Barcelona. First of all, you've got La Ramblas. I mean, the hotels in the background, you see the Hotel de Arts and the whole beach area that was put in during the Olympics. You've got the new camp as well, so if you want to go and see, if you're a big football fan, definitely go and see Sagrada Familia. My recommendation is stay outside, take the picture, enjoy the view, and definitely go at La Ramblas as well. You can then head on up into town and see some of the Gaudi architecture. La Ramblas is a very rich culture.
You get a lot of street artists,
fantastic street artists as well, and really lovely top-end shops. You know, the type of shops that you go, if you can't afford it, you shouldn't really go in, but I'm going to look through the window anyway. Yeah. And just around this big gyratory here, just off to the right-hand side, you've got the marina. And definitely the marina is a place just to sit down, have a nice little afternoon drink, just people watch.
Yeah.
People watch. Anyway, from Barcelona, we're off to Palma. Classic destination resorts. Again, you can do the beach, you can do shopping, definitely go to the cathedral, have a look around there. And again, a nice little quiet wander around the port. That's what I'd recommend on this cruise, because you've got a nice relaxing day at sea before we hit Rome, Civitavecchia. And this is your big day.
We should have mentioned you in Palermo before.
Oh, my apologies. I've gone a day early.
You're desperate to get to Rome, aren't you?
Well, to be fair, it is the highlight of the cruise. But Palermo, love it. I mean, just look at the crystal blue waters there. But this, of course, is mafia country. And if you think of mafia, you think of that wonderful... And I say this is where they filmed The Godfather. So if you want to just sit there, have a lovely Chianti, have some really fantastic buffalo mozzarella caprese salad, or just go for some, fantastic bolognese, Mama's special recipe. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but then we're off to Rome. This is the highlight. But I've got to point out that you can do Rome in a day, and we can help you do that. Book a tour, because the port that you dock in is Civitavecchia. You can either get a train, you can get a bus, or if you book a tour, it's a lot easier. You can see the Colosseum, you can go and see the Vatican City, you can go and see the Trevi Fountain as well, you can go and see Spanish Steps. All of this in one day, and of course Sistine Chapel as well. There's no pictures, actually not allowed to take pictures inside officially, but just wonderful to go and see it and do it in one day, and then you're back to the ship and then back to Savona and heading for the UK.
Bear in mind you've got all your flights included there.
Yeah, look at the price. Look at that ship, £72 per person per night. You'd struggle to get a hotel, and when I say hotel, I'm talking about a 5-star resort hotel that would have entertainment, food, all of that included. Where would you get that in the UK? You wouldn't. And look at that date, the 20th of January. Hello, a little bit of winter blues. Let's go on a cruise. Hang on, that rhymes.
That was very good, Justin.
Winter blues, get on a cruise.
Let's get a cruise. We like that, don't we?
I like that.
Yeah,
I'm a genius.
Well, you can use it every week, Justin.
Every week?
Yeah.
Apart from when it's in the winter?
Yeah.
or in the summer?
In the summer.
Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, single special on this one as well, 749. That's based on the 17th of February. You can upgrade to a balcony from under £29 per person per night, and you've got return flights included.
Beat the winter blues.
Oh, God.
Book with Planet Cruise. There you go. I knew it. You
are a genius, Justin.
I was destined for bigger things.
Yeah. Wasted on this show, aren't you? Now listen, price-wise at home, $499 is inside, but we've got great prices on the outside of the balcony. And the single, we have sold out of the January date, but we've still got availability on the February and March dates as well.
I do have to point out, by the way, for those of you that are very regular Planet Cruise followers, we have got a very special campaign coming up for you in January. Yeah, I'm going to be with you every Tuesday night. Every Tuesday night. And I completely block booked it out. I was like, no, I'm not. No, I have Tuesday. Can't do it. I'm going to be here for Planet Cruise. Every Tuesday, I'm going to be bringing you. It's the busiest part of the cruise calendar. Some great deals. Some really, really great deals.
Next year looks really exciting as well.
I can't tell you too much, but you want to be with us in January.
I think a lot of you with us every Tuesday there.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Now, our final cruise, it's a biggie, isn't it?
Yeah.
A real biggie.
People do the Caribbean, people do the Med, people do the Baltic. This is South America. If you've never done it, go and do it. This is brilliant.
Yeah, I haven't. And I will say, it's with Holland America. They are 5-star, remember. So to get this length of cruise, nearly 3 weeks, 5-star, under £1,850. It is amazing.
I do have to point out as well, just look at the date there. It's March next year. This is a last-minute deal. If you look at some of the prices that are later on in the year,
you told me this,
and heading towards 2019, I know we're in 2017, we're talking about 2019, but the fact of the matter is, you go and have a look at the prices and see how much it increases. Sometimes it's as little as £500, but that can go up. So if you've ever wanted to do South America and you're free in March next year, this is a perfect
this
opportunity.
Date is on. You know, we only showcase you the best deals, you know, on the live show. And as Justin just said, this date is the best price you can imagine. Starts off with the flights, obviously, from London to Santiago.
And do you know what? One of my best cruise ship memories was in Santiago. There's a fantastic restaurant, a revolving restaurant, which is at the top of one of the buildings. So I highly recommend doing that. And there's some fantastic culture there, especially because you're there overnight. There's a lot of live music. And if you love salsa and that sort of South American vibe, I managed to stumble across, quite literally, I walked into just a normal restaurant. I said, is there any live music anywhere? And he pointed to a door. And I walked through this door, and I thought I was walking through into, like, the Twilight Zone. There was like a 12-piece band out the back. And everybody just absolutely loving that music. So if you love that culture, you'll love this. After those first couple of days, this is when you're going to be embarking the Zaandam. And, again, the reason why I'm saying about music is because the theme on this ship is all music.
Wow.
So they've got signed memorabilia from the Rolling Stones. Bill Clinton's saxophone. Fantastic, really fantastic.
And you're going to be on board 16 nights as well. Let's take on board. And,
for more than 140 years, Holland America Line has been recognised as a leader in the cruise industry. With a fleet of 14 beautifully designed modern ships, incredible dining options from around the world, exceptional entertainment, and only the best in award-winning service. Holland America Line will take care of everything for you so that you can enjoy your cruise holiday in the utmost comfort. With so many options to choose from, dining on board a Holland America Line ship is truly an experience not to be missed. From simple favourites like burger and fries by the Lido Pool and personal pan pizzas from New York Pizza, through to the pan-Asian flavours of tamarind and the Italian favourites of canaletto. You really are spoiled for choice. Or if you don't fancy eating at one of the many restaurant options, then why not take advantage of the 24-hour in-room dining? If music and entertainment is your thing, then Holland America Line is the place to be. From live blues, jazz, classical music in the bars and lounges, through to stage shows and movies on board courtesy of cozy cinemas or an outdoor big screen, one thing's for certain, you won't be getting bored. But if it's something a little more relaxing you're looking for, then why not head over to the Greenhouse Spa for a bit of pampering? Or maybe take in a course or two at the Culinary Arts Centre where you can learn to cook like the professionals. If you're looking to keep your kids amused while you're off enjoying yourself, then Club Hal is the perfect place. With professional staff and loads to do, kids aged 3 and up will be very well accommodated on board. Holland America Line staterooms are havens of light space and elegance. All the staterooms feature the latest modern touches with flat-screen TVs with free movies on demand, luxurious Mariner's Dream beds, frameless shower glass doors, and modern wooden-fitted furniture, plus twice-daily ice service and even complimentary shoe shine. From interior and ocean view cabins through to family-friendly cabins and a wide selection of spacious suites, one thing's for certain, your stay with Holland America Line will be the absolute best in relaxation.
That was Chris, by the way, just telling you a little bit about Holland America. So 5-star, don't forget. We're going to look at all the great ports, but I'm kind of breaking down the price of the flights, a 16-night cruise. I mean, it's amazing. I don't mean, what would the flights be like?
It's great. Do you know what?
Several £100, I'd have thought, wouldn't it?
I don't know. I'm just going to put it out there. It's one of those destinations that I think sometimes South America, you think, would you go for a 2-week resort break in South America?
Not sure.
No,
you're
like, oh, okay, you do it in the Mediterranean, you do it in the Caribbean. But this, you're travelling around, you're getting to see all these different countries. It's a massive country,
well,
you know.
There's a lot of players.
Yeah, let's crack on.
We better start.
I'll take the hint. I'll take the hint.
Go on.
First, the first actual port of call is Coquimbo, and there's some fantastic beaches here. There's also the Pisco Distillery, so a very famous drink. The Pisco Sour. So if you love to try something different, there's the distillery. But also there's the Inter-American Observatory, which is the largest astronomical observatory in the southern hemisphere. And we actually know somebody that actually works there. He's a scientist. And I can't believe I actually know somebody that's intelligent and serious and, well, friend of a friend anyway. Anyway, 2 relaxing days at sea to enjoy the ship, and then we're off to General San Martin, which again, this is for Pisco, which is named after the drink is named after the actual place itself, off to Peru. Now, this is where you can have a look around the plazas. You can see some of the fantastic... I mean, take a look. This is, if you want history, and again, a lot of these, the historical side of it, they still don't actually know why they're there, which I absolutely love, absolutely love. Then we're off to Callao. This is for Lima, and this is where you have an overnight on board, and this is a little bit of a mixture because you've got Renaissance architecture, easy for me to say, put my teeth back in, I've had too much Pisco. But then you've got the Colombian, you've got the Hispanic, there's a real sort of mix of culture that you've got here. Also, there's a massive Chinese population in this region as well. So, again, it's one of those mixing pots that just gives you something so exciting. Definite places to see the Government Palace, which is all Baroque style as well. You've got grand balconies, the colonial churches. Then we're off to Salaverry. Now, this is a couple of miles away from some of the temples and palaces which are dedicated to the sun and the moon. And there's actually one temple that's actually here that's made of a special type of brick that's actually still in one piece. So we're talking thousands of years old. And some of it was partially destroyed by the Spanish conquistadors as they excavated the site for gold. But, you know, you think of the Incas, you think of, you know, Incan gold. It's just amazing. Then we're off to Ecuador. We're off to Manta, and this, well, being in South America, the beaches are fantastic, and definitely head down there. I mean, it's just fantastic. Also, some of the local dishes. Have you ever had a ceviche? So it's where you cook fish in effectively acid, like lemon juice and lime juice on like ice. This is where the original ceviche dishes are from. Relaxing day at sea, and then we're into further Amador, and this is your overnight on board. This is Panama before you transit the Panama Canal. So overnight on board, I expect they'll probably have a local entertainment, so like a band or display, and then you're going to be transiting the next day the Panama Canal.
And you've done this, haven't you, several times?
Several times. The actual day itself is incredible. You get up early, you're out on deck, you're in the lounges, there'll probably be a commentary from the bridge, the captain, or sometimes they actually bring somebody on board to do a specialist commentary, because there's so much to see. And again, as an engineering feat, it is amazing. So, guys, you know, if
it's just one of those things I want to do, you know.
Well, you know, when you go, do you know what? I mean, how did man do that? It's amazing. But then you look at all the wildlife that's around, and it's just one of those things you go, I can't believe I'm transiting the Panama Canal. Then once you pop out the other side, you have a relaxing day at sea before you hit the Caribbean. And this is where you go into Grand Cayman. And Grand Cayman, go to Stingray City. It's amazing. You can feed the stingrays there. You can go to 7 Mile Beach as well. And when I say 7 miles, it's literally 7 miles. All of the hotels are fantastic. And, of course, you've also got the destination, which is called Hell. So you can actually go to a place called Hell. There's a post office there. You can get a postcard stamp to say you've been to Hell and back. And there's also the turtle farm as well, which is fantastic. You can go and see all the little turtles.
And then finally, of course, Fort Lauderdale, where you disembark and you get a transfer to the airport and fly back home. And don't forget, you will be on board this stunning 5-star ship with Holland America, the MS Zaandam there. That's a really great one to finish your show, isn't it?
Well, do you know what? You're sport for choice. You've got Holland America, you've got Waterways, you've got fantastic P&O deals, we have the MSC deal as well, Costa, it's all there. And celebrity as well.
I know. Let's just do them all. I'd like to.
Let's do it.
Now, in this one, don't forget, we are nearly out of time, so I'll just remind you, a 2-night stay in the full-star hotel in Santiago. You get those great overnights on board and all of your return flights as well. And just to mention, that is an amazing price. If you look at other dates, the prices are several £100s more. So what we'd love to do is do a very, very quick recap. So we started off with a lovely cruise with, of course, P&O. It's a 7-nighter and 539. That's taken in Spain, of course, Portugal, and if you love your food, then Atul Kutcher is on board, of course, as well on 2 of the dates. Kids' prices start from just $199, and as we mentioned earlier, if you want to stay the night before your cruise in the Holiday Inn in Winchester, we've got a very special relationship with them for just £95 per person. That includes breakfast, parking and port transfers as well. The ID number for that one is 124848. Then, Justin, what do we have?
MSC, one of the latest additions to the fleet, and this is a fantastic Caribbean cruise. 9 nights working out at just £123 per person on the MSC Seaside. You get all of your flights included, a 1-night stay in a 4-star hotel, and a fantastic itinerary as well.
Then we had the fabulous Celebrity Silhouette, of course, and wonderful 40-night Scandinavian Russia cruise from Southampton. Free classic drinks package, gratuities and port parking on Ocean View and above on this one. Some great overnights, and we have got some free upgrades from Ocean View to balcony based on the 26th of May, 9th of June and the 21st of July.
Then something really special from Waterways. We don't feature this very often, but when we do, it's a great deal. With this, you get a 2-night stay in Ho Chi Minh City. You get all of your drinks included on board the cruise. Unlimited wine, your beers, your house spirits as well. Excursions at every port included, including a headset on all of your flights and transfers. ID number on that is 162 632. Yeah, it always turns. 162632.
Then a really lovely cruise with Costa, under £500. Great first cruise, great second cruise maybe, and we're talking about a single special at $749 on that one as well. $499 and a last-minute deal. The ID number there is 139261.
And then if you want to travel, fantastic price on this one. Last minute deal, March next year. This is with Holland America. You get a 2-night stay in Santiago, overnight in Lima, and of course transiting the Panama Canal. Fantastic price. ID number 121616.
Now don't forget the team are open tonight till 10:30.
10:30, yeah.
First thing tomorrow morning as well, and check out the Planet Cruise website. Justin, thank you so much.
We'll see you again next week.
Same time, same place. Loads more. Stay after this. Take care.